And a very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. It's a gorgeous Friday, January 9th. Actually, the weather all over the country is supposed to be tremendously nice this week, as this is our weekly Take the Points edition of the show. Just me, myself, and I here this week. I couldn't get, Weeze said he had his the guy that he works with is on vacation, so he couldn't leave the office. Whereas Jamie's back in school, and Lucas couldn't get. He's got duties going on in their field as well, so he couldn't be here. But it is you and me and the TV today, and we're going to have some fun as we're going to talk about high school basketball. We're going to talk about college football. Folks, there's only 3 games to go. 3. Count them. Well, that's if you're watching this on Thursday. If you're watching this on Friday, there's only 2 games left. Oh, what a nightmare. Oh, heavens to Betsy. How will we make it through the cold winter months without college football? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. But college football, professional football. Speaking of that, there's only 13 games left in pro football. It's 6 this weekend, 4 next weekend, then 2, then 1. Where did the time go, ladies and gentlemen? Where has the time gone? But again, it's a beautiful day, beautiful Friday, January 9th. And I think I've told you this in the past. As we go into the early days of January, people quit scheduling things. They're coming off the holidays. Everybody's been celebrating the holidays, having a good time, and basically, folks don't schedule events for the first part of January because, first of all, they're scared of snow and ice and such things like that, but they're also tired from the holidays. But I do have a few things going on this weekend. By the way, I'll get to it later. I'll get to it in a little bit. What is going on here on this Friday night? A sip and paint party. This is over in Salem at the Community Activity Center, and that's just south of the high school. You know where it is. It'll be tonight from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. It's for folks 18 years and older, and it's an evening of drinks and fun while painting a beautiful painting. Now, you got to be 21, I'm sure, to be able to drink the wine or whatever. But yeah, they'll have that. Painting a beautiful painting. Admission is $25. Food and beverage will be available for purchase. If you want more information, contact Marcy Oval at 548-6261. She'll be able to help you out. All that tonight over in Salem. Should be a lot of fun. What else going on here this evening? Or this weekend. Up in Jeff on Saturday morning, the Jeff Rurton's hosting their monthly breakfast. It'll be from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. That's on Saturday the 10th. Menu: sausage, biscuits and gravy, hash browns, scrambled eggs, pancakes, milk, chocolate milk, juice, and coffee. If this is an all-you-can-eat buffet. Cost is by donation. Everyone is welcome. Throw down 15, throw down the 20, throw down, if it's you and your significant other, throw down a 10, 5 for each of you, a 20 and a 10. Or 15 sounds fair for that kind of deal. And you're helping out the Rurtons. They do wonderful things in Jeff and throughout the country. What else is going on here on Saturday? The United Way hosting a free NACA home buyer workshop. Might need to go there to find out what NACA means. It's at Mount Vernon from 10 a.m. until 2 o'clock tomorrow. During the workshop, attendees will learn how the NACA home ownership program works, who qualifies, as well as the steps to become mortgage ready. Hey, if you're new to home ownership or new to thinking about moving out of a rental place, getting into home ownership, you need to make sure you're mortgage ready. There's a lot of things involved that they just don't teach you in school. You're going to need you need somebody to walk you through this will tell you how to begin the NACA counseling and approval process. You do need to register to participate, so get a hold of them at 425-602-6222. What else going on here on this Saturday, this gorgeous second weekend of January over in Centralia? It is the Centralia Slam 2. I don't know who's going to be there. Maybe Jerry the King Lawler. I do know a few people who won't be there. You never know. Stone Cold Steve Austin might come out of retirement. I don't know. But this is a Saturday at the Centralia High School from 6 o'clock till they're done. They say 9 o'clock. But 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Front row is $15. Have you ever sat down on the front row of a pro wrestling event? Ladies and gentlemen, you haven't lived if you haven't sat in the front row of or at least in the second or third row. Let the front row go to the real enthusiastic fans, because they're there and they get fired up. It is a hoot to be on the floor. It's $10. Bleachers will be $8. Doors open at 6 p.m. The first bell, ding, 7 o'clock. All this is to benefit the Lions Club of Centralia. IWA is one of them involved in that, and I think the NCW or something like that. I don't believe it's WWE or WWF. I don't know which one's going right now, but yeah, I'm certain the wrestling will be outstanding. What else is going on here on this beautiful weekend? Already mentioned Jeff. How about Mason? The Mason Christian Church going to throw a big old breakfast buffet tomorrow as well. It'll be from 7 to 10, ages 13 to adult. $7, ages 4 to 12, $3, and 3 and under free. Menu for the breakfast includes pancakes, sausage, salt biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, homemade cinnamon rolls, milk, juice, and coffee. Oh my heavens! If you're in the Mason area, go help the folks out. They do a great job, because proceeds from the mission, or probably from the breakfast, will go to the Edgewood Bi-County Fair. The Edgewood Bi-County Fire Department. The Edgewood Bi-County Fire Department. The Mason Christian Church is located just off of Route 37 in Mason, just probably north of 37 as you're heading up there. More information, give them a call at the church at 618-226-4152. One other thing going on here on this weekend to tell you about: the Enduring Freedom Ministries distribution will be taking place in Mason. Same day, or actually right after the meal, from 9 o'clock until noon. The Enduring Freedom folks, you can get an appointment by going to the Shumway Food Pantry website or the Mason Food Pantry website. Select a day and time that works for you. If you don't have internet, feel free to give them a call at 217-240-0059. They'll take good care of you, and they'll make sure that everything is taken care of. And hey, if you need it, by all means, for crying out loud, it's a wonderful thing. Right now, the utility bills are high, and health insurance bills are going to get high. The help is around the corner, and don't feel strange about reaching out. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? January 9th is National Balloon Ascension Day. This commemorates the first balloon flight in the United States back in 1793. I believe the first one in the world was 3 or 4 years earlier in France. The French aeronaut Jean-Pierre Blanchard took flight over Walnut Street Prison in Philadelphia above a large crowd. He ascended in a hydrogen gas balloon, a popular balloon at the time. George Washington witnessed the launch of the balloon as well. That day, he lit the fires of fascination with the ballooning in America. However, more than hot air balloons also flew in the skies over time. Several varieties took shape over the next 100 years. Airships inflated by hydrogen shaped like cigars took the skies. They were also called blimps, zeppelins, who knows what else. Their engines gave the airships, they gave these balloons directional flight and speed. By the 20th century, large airships with cabins carried passengers, and they eventually disappeared from the skies due to basically tragedies like the Hindenburg. And I must tell you, World War II didn't help anything either, as with the airships. You didn't want to be in an airship whenever there might be flak going in the air. But yeah, Balloon Ascension Day. Well, look at that's a cool picture. What can you do to celebrate it? Well, maybe plan a trip to a hot air balloon festival. Of course, Centralia's got a big one. But apparently in the United States, there are over 30 balloon festivals to choose from. Go to one or go to all of them. You can find a comprehensive list at townandtourist.com. If you've been ballooning, be sure to share your photos and experiences and just have a good time. National Balloon Ascension Day was started back in, observed since at least 2011, so 15 years, in commemoration of the first manned balloon launch in the United States. And if you'd like to, contact them if you'd like to sponsor a balloon. What's the largest balloon festival? That looks like it. That probably is it. The International Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Look at all those balloons in the air, along with all those balloons on the ground waiting to go. Whew! That's the country's largest balloon festival. Somebody says, I'm afraid of heights. Would I enjoy hot air ballooning? That's a good question. You really don't have to fly in a hot air balloon to appreciate the majesty and beauty of it. Just seeing the bright colors against a brisk blue backdrop can be an exhilarating experience. Some balloonists also offer tethered balloon rides. These rides allow passengers to ride up to 100 feet while remaining tethered to the ground by an anchor. That may be more to your liking. Who knows? I would think that... Actually, if you're afraid of heights, yeah, I don't. I've never been in a balloon myself. I'm not afraid of heights though. But yeah, I've never been in a balloon. I'd be more afraid of the rope wearing out or something. I don't know. I would hopefully not go high enough in a balloon. Yeah, you can always let the air out of the balloon, and you're going to go down. It's just kind of how that works. You don't want to do it on windy days either. Speaking of weird stuff, this is just kind of a weird day. What else is today? This is National Static Electricity Day. Look at that little kid. Maybe a little shocking, but National Static Electricity Day is on January 9th. The observance explores static electricity and even how we may cause it. Of course, static electricity is different from electrical current carried by wires. Static electricity is produced when the positive and negative charges of an atom are out of balance. The atoms of some materials hold their electrons tightly. These materials, such as plastic, cloth, and glass, are insulators, while electrons of these substances don't move freely. The electrons of other materials, such as metal, move much more frequently and are called conductors. By rubbing two insulators together, you transfer electrons, causing positive and negative charges. Opposites do attract. Atoms with a positive charge become attractive to atoms with a negative charge. And you can see the evidence. If you rub a balloon on your head, when you pull the balloon away, the hair clings to the balloon. Remove the balloon, and the hair may end up standing on end. There you go. How to avoid. It's actually pretty good time of year. The drier air of the winter months is a better insulator than the humid air of summer. To prevent static electricity, use a humidifier to put moisture back in the air in your home during the winter months. And that also helps you with keeping your skin nice and moist. And that's pretty important to do as well. Is static electricity harmful to humans? Generally not. Generally only causes a small shock when the energy is discharged. Newer technology at gas stations is reducing the risk of static buildup, preventing a spark from causing a fire. Is it visible? Yeah, you can occasionally see sparks. Plasma lamps also allow you to see static electricity in action. What else going on this weekend? Oh, buddy, this is a good one. Tomorrow is National Oysters Rockefeller Day. This recognizes a dish so rich there was only one man's name that could bear it. The name of Rockefeller, at least, according to the story of the chef who so masterfully created the recipe in the French Quarter of New Orleans. In 1889, in the renowned kitchen of Antoine's. Have you ever been to Antoine's in New Orleans? It's still there, and it's still pretty good. They still do pretty good, you know. Jules Alchatoire is no longer, is no longer cooking there, but he developed this recipe 1889, got to get my head used to new numbers. 137 years ago. Wow. For baked oysters on the half shell with sauce and breadcrumbs that would earn the name Oysters Rockefeller. Dish so rich, he himself admitted, I know of no other name rich enough for their richness. While other restaurants serve similar dishes, only historic Antoine's serves the original Oysters Rockefeller. So there you have that. They've served over 3.5 million orders of Oysters Rockefeller at Antoine's. Actually, I'm not certain which one's better. See, you've got oyster there in the bottom. You've got spinach and breadcrumbs and oil, butter. In 2017, Antoine's founded National Oyster Rockefeller Day to celebrate the dish's history and longevity. Questions: do oysters live in salt water or fresh water? Salt mainly, some fresh water. Are oysters Rockefeller the same as oysters on the half shell? No, they are not. No, they are not. Oysters on the half shell are basically raw oysters, whereas oysters Rockefeller are cooked. I like them either way. I'll do them either way. Actually, really good way to eat oysters is grilled. You can kind of make up an oysters style, Rockefeller style, but you do grilled oysters, throw them on the grill, and put the garlic on it, put the garlic butter on it, a little bit of breadcrumbs on top of that. There you go. What do you want to see on TV tonight? We've got basketball for you. High school boys basketball this evening. The CHBC Bobcats will be at North Clay taking on the Cardinals. Cardinals having a good year. What are they, 9-3 now? That'll be on Channel 100. I'll be in Dietrich, Channel 99, Altamont at Dietrich. That's a couple of good teams. It's NTC night tonight on Wabash Cats TV. NHL hockey tonight. The Caps are at the Blackhawks. That's at 7 o'clock on Chicago Sports Network, Channel 353. And the Blues are at Utah. The Utah Mammoth. Mammoth is plural, as mammoth. There you go. That's on FanDuel, Channel 370. NCAA basketball, the Red Hog, triple header on the CBS Sports Network, Channel 378. At 5, it is Miami of Ohio at Toledo. At 7, it's Akron at Bowling Green. At 9, it's UNLV at Colorado State. UNLV really stunk it up last time they played. Also at 7:30, the only Big Ten basketball game, men's game, USC is at Minnesota. That's on Big Ten Network on Channel 358. But the big one tonight, and I'll get to it here in a minute at length, the college football bowl game, the Peach Bowl, is tonight. Oregon versus number 1 Indiana. We're going to come back, talk basketball, talk football, all kinds of stuff. Back right after these. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that has set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
And welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, our weekly Take the Points show. Appreciate you tuning in today. We've already talked a little bit about the high school basketball going on tonight. It is the National Trail Conference all over the place tonight, as we have North Clay hosting Cowden Herrick Beecher City, as well as the Dietrich Moving Maroons hosting the Altamont Indians. Speaking of Altamont, I wasn't sure, can't remember. Okay, did you get a chance to watch some of the holiday tournaments over the weekend, or to go to some of the holiday tournaments? We had the Conrad Allen here on television, and that was fun. That was a good tournament. Weber Township knocked off North Clay to win the Conrad Allen holiday tournament, but there were a bunch in between Christmas and New Year's, and there are just about too many to even cover. But my friend Aaron Britton up there at Nesto Hoops, he keeps track of all these things, and he's got this is his top 25. He does top 25s for each of the four classes. I think we've gone over this before. Each of the four classes in Illinois, as well as he'll run a north of I-80 and a south of I-80 top list. Of course, I-80 up there dividing the state basically, maybe not even maybe not in half population-wise, but a lot of population, mainly north of I-80. But here's what the Class 1A rankings look like. And look at there, number 23, North Clay has made it. Now, this is as of Monday. This is before Monday night's game, where North Clay won their ninth game down in Fairfield. So they would have only moved up a little bit from this. But this is as of Monday morning. And we've got several teams in the area that are represented in this top 25, including Lawrenceville, as well as a like I said, North Clay down there at number 23. Cumberland, KZ Westfield, they're right near each other, and Cumberland and North Clay have already played. Weber and North Clay have already played. Weber's there at in the top 10. And how about that loaded subsectional that's going to have Woodlawn and Waltonville and Lawrenceville? You're going to have 3 of the top 6 teams in the same subsectional. And I have just been told, or have just been informed, we've added a game to our schedule. We will have North Clay next Saturday night at home against Woodlawn. So mark that one down. Actually, we've got Woodlawn, the number 1 team in the state. We have them at Flora on Tuesday, and we'll have them at North Clay on Saturday of next week. So write that down and cherish it. Make sure you buy your TV next week, because those are going to be a lot of fun. What else is? Let's see. Now there is the top class 1A. Then you get into 2A. T-Town trying to climb its way up there. They are 11-2 at the time of this writing, as I think they're 12-2 now, as I believe they won Tuesday night. But they're about the only local team that is in the top of Class 2A. You've got, we'll have a couple of more T-Town games as well this season. We had Nashville a couple of weeks ago at Salem, so we're seeing some of these teams in the area. Staunton's a good team, by the way. Staunton just knocked off, who'd they beat the tar out of somebody pretty good. That was kind of surprising to me. But yeah, they have a real nice win lately. Then you go to Class 3A, and you look at there, you've got East St. Louis. Centralia lost their first game of the season back at the championship game of their tournament. They lost to Chicago Marist, who is, I believe, a 4A team, so I don't have that one. But then you have Mount Vernon and Centralia both in this one, as well as Triad down there toward the bottom of Southern Illinois teams, and East St. Louis on top. I'm telling you all that to tell you this. We have, remember, the Salem tournament is going to get geared up in about 2 weeks. Mid-January, folks, is loaded with really good basketball, and we'll have that for you here on Wabash Catch TV. So keep an eye out for how nice and how fun the basketball is going to be. As that Salem tournament will have it'll have Teutopolis in it, as well as Centralia, as well as Mount Vernon. There are a lot of really quality teams in that tournament, and keep an eye on that. I mentioned north of 80 and south of 80. Here's what that one looks like. This is Class be darned. You don't not worrying about the class, and none of the close teams, even in 2A, get into that. As the 3A is pretty strong. 2A not the strongest this year as it's been before. I am not surprised to see a lot more 3A than 2A in some of these rankings, because it's a 2A has it's a dog-eat-dog world. They have and actually they've expanded 2A, and it really didn't help all that much this year. Of course, as you know, it is all kind of it's cyclical. It works so you'll have a good 2A one year and a good 3A the next year, a good 1A. This is a really good year for 1A, and a not as good a year. Don't tell T-Town that, because they're very good. But the Southern Illinois Class 2A not as good as it has always been. So just keeping that in mind. But yeah, high school basketball rolling and going. Again, we've got the number 1 team in the state next week on television twice. Woodlawn will be on TV twice, plus North Clay 2 or 3 times. We've got them tonight as well as next week, and just keep all that in mind as we start turning the corner. Can you believe it? We're over halfway through, right at the halfway point of the boys' high school basketball season. We're past halfway for girls. Woo! Time does fly. We'll be getting the bats and balls out here anytime. We'll be back right after these. We're going to talk college football. Oh my gosh, the semifinals are here. Back after these.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Hello, I'm Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywhite, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
Goldfinger, trying to destroy the courthouse, I see.
Precisely, Mr. Bob!
Too bad, Goldfinger. I've got a secret weapon.
Huh?
Building center. Zinc building center.
We'll need new lumber, doors, paint, windows, plumbing, electrical.
It was good.
Zinc Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
You would think that little kid stole my eye patch. With the eye patches I had to wear this summer, this last summer. Welcome back, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in here as I just love that commercial. As this is our weekly Take the Points show, as we are talking about college football now. It's down to the semifinals, folks. It's almost over. Looky there, you had Oregon. Now, since we last spoke, Oregon knocked off JMU, and Alabama knocked off Oklahoma. Ole Miss swamped Tulane, and Miami beat Texas A&M. Then last week in the different bowl games of the New Year's Eve, you had the Orange Bowl. Miami beat Ohio State. That was about a 10-point upset, Miami over Ohio State. You had Ole Miss upset Georgia. I think that was about a 4 or 5-point upset. And then Alabama and Indiana. Indiana just crushed Alabama, and Oregon just crushed Texas Tech, shut them out. So that gives you the Final Four that you see there. Starting Thursday night, last night, with Ole Miss and Miami. The Ole Miss and Miami game. Now, if you're watching this, I'm recording this Wednesday afternoon, so it's prior to that Thursday night game. But Ole Miss and Miami should be a good one. I'll go ahead and tell you what I think is going to happen. I'll tell you what our wagers. We got the group back together. We missed 2 weeks. I feel bad. I've got the group back together, make our picks for this weekend. Ole Miss has, they've both got good quarterbacks. You've got Carson Beck quarterbacking for Miami. He's about 30 years old. Nah, not that old. He's 25 or 26. He's been playing quarterback in college for a long, long time for a lot of teams. But he's he's had some pretty good days. He's had some pretty good days. He's of course, all these teams have had pretty good days all in a row. But Carson Beck, quarterback for Miami. Miami's got a good defense as well. Ole Miss has Trinidad Chambliss quarterbacking for them. The tricky thing about Ole Miss is, what effect does it do their coaches being in and out does that have any effect? Will it have any effect? The coaching staff is in stasis. It's just moving around. You never know who's gonna be there one day or the next. But they've been able to put it together and keep it together. That Pete Golding is doing an outstanding job at Ole Miss. Is the group here picking? The spread opened up as Miami -3. Miami supposed to win by 3. That has moved to Miami -3.5. Personally, I don't like Miami in this game. I bet against them last game too, and that was a mistake against a good Ohio State team, but a good Ohio State team that I forgot Ryan Day was coaching. Miami's defense is really good. I just don't trust Carson Beck. I like Trinidad Chambliss. As quarterbacks go, playing in college football, Trinidad Chambliss has shown up, shown out, shown just beautifully well in all of Ole Miss's games. He's had just a fantastic run going here, fantastic year. I think that Beck is a little bit of a to me, he's not a question mark. He's just not as good as Trinidad Chambliss and making plays. I think Ole Miss wins it in a close one, but I think Ole Miss covers. You're giving me Ole Miss as a dog. I'm taking that. I'm taking that to the bank at 3.5. Lucas is taking Ole Miss at 3.5. Jamie's going for the high-scoring game. Jamie says the game's going to get over 52.5 points, and their scores in the last game might support that. They were both relatively high-scoring games for them. And let's see, Weeze on the other hand, he has the under first half, 26.5 under first half for the Canes and the Rebs. So we can all win. We can all 4 win this one. And that'd be wonderful. As Lucas and I, again, on Ole Miss plus 3.5. And Jamie on the over, and Weeze on the under in the first half. That's cool. What about the second one? Tonight, the big one, the Indiana game. Indiana versus Oregon, second time. Indiana beat Oregon back in October, was that October 11th or something like that, 30-20 at Oregon. Indiana is favored. Well, let's see, they opened favored by 4.5. That has moved toward Oregon, as Indiana is now only a 3.5 point favorite. So the wise guys out in Las Vegas thinking that Indiana is maybe the choice here, as that's moved to 3.5 points as well. So it's getting, granted, it's getting juiced a little bit to the Indiana side, but and the over-under is 47 in that one. Indiana has proven their worth. They are really good. They already beat Oregon one time. They appear to know what they're doing against everybody, and maybe Kurt Cignetti is the best coach since Newt Rockne. I don't know. But he seems to have the right stuff. That Rose Bowl against Alabama was one of the biggest whoopings I've seen in a long time. That, now, granted, it was only 27-3 or something like that. That game was over at halftime. Alabama was not going to get close in that one. It was an outstanding win for Indiana, and I've got Indiana covering, winning and covering, as does Lucas, as does Jamie. All three of us have Indiana and covering by 3.5, and Weeze has taken the under again in the first half. This time under 24.5. I like that too. I think we can go 8-0 in college football. I feel good about this. We have a good shot. We can go 8-0 in college football. Of the two picks for each guy, heck yeah. We're gonna have that screen all green. We'll show you the screen here in just a minute. We got pro football coming up. Back right after these. Stick around.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hey folks, welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thanks so much for tuning in to our weekly Take the Points show. As we're talking, let's talk pro football. As weekend one of the playoffs is this week. Where did the time go? I tell you what, the 18-week regular season, 17 games, 18 weeks for everybody, but yeah, come and gone, and there were some surprises, huge surprises over the course of the season. They've already the Black Monday and Tuesday has already have come and gone. Where they fire coaches all over the place. I think there are 7 openings now, including John Harbaugh getting fired from the Baltimore Ravens. After 18 years, boy, did that come as a surprise? Kind of probably did come as a bit of a surprise, but folks, Harbaugh's he's got a Super Bowl win. Yeah, one. He's got one Super Bowl win. The other Ravens Super Bowl was won by Brian Billick. And he automatically becomes like basically the number one choice for other organizations looking for a new head coach. Here's what the season ended up. Look at that. You've got 7 teams that were over 10 wins, and all of those 7 did get into the playoffs in the AFC, with the Patriots, with the Broncos being the number one. With the number one pick as they out tie broke the Patriots, and then you look at the NFC. Well, there's the NFC. The NFC, you have 5 teams over 500, plus the Packers got in, as well as, of course, the Carolina Panthers got in. How did the Carolina Panthers win that tiebreaker? Head-to-head matchups against the other two. The total matchup, so they played 4 games against the Buccaneers and the Falcons, and the total of the matchups, they won more of those games than any of the others. It makes, especially when you look and see that in the division they're all 3-3, but that's what it went down to. Even though they lost their last 2 games, they get the Rams. Rams at 12-5 are heading to, well, let's just show you that. The Rams will play Saturday afternoon at 2:30. Those are Eastern time, I believe, right? No, that's Central time. Because it's a 3:30 Central. Because the Bears then play the Packers on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And then you get over to Sunday, where you have Buffalo and Jacksonville. I believe that's going to be followed by the Philadelphia Eagles, the champs, hosting the San Francisco 49ers. And then you have the Chargers at New England on Sunday night. Then Pittsburgh and Houston will wrap everything up on Monday. I tell you what, I don't know if you stayed up to watch it Monday night. I stayed up to watch the end of the game Monday night. I got home from my basketball game, from the game in Fairfield, actually, the North Clay Fairfield game. I got home and was able to watch like the last quarter of that game with probably last Sunday night. No, Sunday night. Yeah, I got home in time to watch the Illinois State game. By the way, Illinois State just lost the game of the year in the championship game of Division II, or the bowl championship subdivision, not the bowl, the BCS, the bowl, the playoff subdivision. Used to be known as 1AA, but man, what a tough loss to Montana State for them. But anyway, Sunday night, just about as entertaining and intense a finale as you could ever see, as you had. I mean, that's basically what the NFL is all about. It was entertaining. It was so entertaining. You had people missing kicks. You had quarterbacks going down, and it was just the strangest thing. And then the one coach gets fired afterward. That's why the NFL makes the big bucks. Oh my gosh, that was entertaining on Sunday night. All right, what are we picking? I would tell you more about these games, but I've burned myself through some clock here. Although, I mean, we're taking a look at some of these games. Here's what the bracket looks like. Here's what the betting angles look like Saturday. It's the Rams and Panthers. Rams are given 10.5 at Carolina. I think they've already played there this year. I think they beat Carolina at Carolina this year. You see the Bears and Packers. That has been moving around. That has been moving around a bit, as it has been. It's going back and forth. If you like a number and you see it, I'd take that when you get a chance, because right now here it's +1, but on the Bears, but it may move. Same thing on Sunday afternoon. The Jaguars and Bills, Jags and Bills will be a great football game, I'm thinking. And then you have Sunday later in the afternoon, the Niners and Eagles. Boy, that is a tall order. The Niners are playing real well, and that's a tall order for the Eagles to be given 4.5 points. Granted, they're the champs, and you figure that's the thing. People waited all season long for the Kansas City Chiefs to flip a switch and turn it back on. The Eagles kind of turned it off the last couple of weeks, And will they be able to flip the switch and turn it back on? I don't know. Therein lies the question of betting, isn't it? As then you have late Sunday night, you've got the Chargers at the Patriots, and then on Monday night, the Texans at the Steelers. That's kind of a closer one than I expected as well, but that's because the Steelers are at home and people like. If you've watched the Texans play lately, and what's the over-under there? 39.5. If you've watched the Texans play lately, you look at that game and you think, my goodness, the Steelers don't have a chance. And they got DK Metcalf back. So that always gives you a chance when you got your best receiver coming back. And he's healthy. Wasn't like he was unhealthy when he was out for the last 2 weeks. Boy, who was the happiest that kid missed that kick on Sunday night? I bet you DK Metcalf was about the happiest guy in the world. Okay, what are the guys taking? Let's take a look here on the is anybody on the Rams game? No, none of the four of us are on the Rams game. Who's on the Bears? I'm taking the Bears, but I got 1.5 points. So I'm taking the Bears versus the Packers plus 1.5. Jamie's got the Bears plus 1.5, and Lucas is staying away from that game. How about the Bills and Jags? I am on I'm not on that game. Weeze is on the Bills over 51.5. Bills and Jags over 51.5. Lucas is on the under 51.5. So they're going up against each other there. And those are the only two ones on that game. Taking a look farther down, the Niners and Eagles. I am on the Niners plus 4.5, and I like the Niners. Also, Lucas takes the Niners plus 4.5, and Weeze takes the Niners. He found 5.5, so he got a better number than us. Then they have the Chargers and Patriots. Jamie's on the Chargers plus 3.5. I'm on the Patriots minus 3.5. I just don't think the Chargers can play with the Patriots. Lucas is also on the Patriots. And let's see, how about the Texans and Steelers? Nobody's on that one. Who'd I miss? Oh, Jamie's also on the Jags plus 1.5. So there you have it. Well, I may as well just give you this so you can take a look at it. Look at all that green. Except for my 3 reds, everybody else did really well on the last games that we picked. But there they are. There are the picks for this week's college and pros. And take a look at them, write them down. Follow them, don't follow them. The entertainment purposes only. Now, we're not pressing anything. We're not encouraging anything at all. But have some fun and enjoy the football. We're going to come back. I got a couple more football slides to show you, as well as plenty of other stuff to talk about. You're watching Big Talk. Back after this.
This is Christy, inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high-quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Yeah, playing a little air bass guitar. You saw that, yeah. I'm talented. I said I had another couple of NFL slides I was going to show you. Just if you're looking ahead, there are some futures. You can get the futures right now. Of course, they've chopped the first 20 or 18 teams out. Here's the current Super Bowl odds. Now, usually at this time, you've got the Chiefs way up there, and the surprising thing to me, other than it's pretty wide open, you can get 4-1 if you have a favorite team, and like the Seahawks only have. They're only 3 wins away. Everybody else, the Seahawks and Broncos, only have to win 3 times. Everybody else has to win 4. That's the surprising thing to me, is that the Rams, even though they have to go on the road and win 3 times on the road, are in the top 2 there. I guess that's because of Matt Stafford and Puka Nacua. Matt Stafford is so good in the playoffs. He does a nice job. He almost beat the Eagles single-handedly in the snow last year, if you recall. But I am kind of surprised that the Rams are that far ahead of the Eagles. And the Bills, even though they've got to win 3 times, are 10-1. That's a pretty good number with the Bills and Patriots both being 10-1. Of course, that game they played just a few weeks ago that was back and forth. Well, actually, it was all New England and then all Buffalo at the end to catch them. That was a ton of fun. Carolina not getting much chance down there, are they? Same thing for Pittsburgh. That seems a little long, but Pittsburgh, you never know. You just never know. So, yeah, but those are those. You can also start picking out Super Bowl MVPs. Now, granted, this mainly depends on what team you think is going to win. 6-1 on Sam Darnold right now seems that seems really low. Same thing for Matthew Stafford, but I mean, if you think that the Rams or if you think that the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl, and you think their quarterback's going to win the MVP, that would be the way to go. The more interesting things are as you get now. There's 2 or 3 pages of these. I only put the first page on, but you could go deeper in and find somebody else from say you're a Seahawks fan. You can go, I've got Jackson Smith and Jigba at 25-1. Seems pretty good, and I like Trevor Lawrence at 17-1, even though the Jags are at 1,400. Actually, Trevor Lawrence probably should be a little higher than that, but hey, the Jags have been playing really well lately, and same thing for C.J. Stroud. So C.J. Stroud at 15-1. That's by no means out of the realm of possibilities. Everybody on that list is only 3 or 4 wins away. So take your picks. Lay down your money. He takes your chances. There you go. That's the way to look at it. We got just a couple minutes left. Have you been watching the NBA at all? I think I talked about hockey last time. Let's talk about NBA today. Detroit Pistons. Look what the Pistons are doing. They are playing very well as they are in the lead in the Eastern Conference, almost halfway through basketball season, as 36 out of 82 games, 81 games. So 36 out of 81 games. So that's almost halfway. That would be 4 nights of the way through. Boy, the Bulls were way up there early, and they have just not done terrifically well lately. And they don't really impress a bunch. But the more outstanding number, look at Oklahoma City, 30-7. And this was actually that's after a bad stretch. They were 24-2 or something like that. So yeah, they're gone 6-5 since then. But yeah, Oklahoma City way out in front of all the rest of the West. It's an Oklahoma City world right now, because you think Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, he's in line to win the MVP again. Will he win 2 years in a row? Who knows? There've been all kinds of other folks playing real well. Cade Cunningham up at Detroit. He ought to be getting some love for MVP. All kinds of folks. I would show you the hockey, but I don't have much chance. Don't have enough time. There, well, quick look. There's the hockey. Tampa Bay playing very, very, very well, and as is Colorado. So there you go. Hey, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great time. Look forward to see me on basketball all week long. We got the #1 team coming. We'll be back next week. Have a great weekend. See you later.